Well, students, we're going to keep working on these cities connected to Piet Mondrian. The first thing I would like you to do, if you do need any other buildings, there's going to be some papers at your table like this to share. So if it looks like you need another building, like maybe I'm going to put a small one right here, make sure that you cut from one side to the other side so that this always stays a rectangle for someone else. I would probably just cut a piece or two. Please do not cut like this and then cut over. Please cut all the way across. And then this one I am gonna have to cut a little bit smaller so it'll fit on this yellow one. But once you cut a couple pieces, then glue them. I wouldn't cut a whole bunch of pieces because you might run out of time to glue them all. So cut a couple, then glue them. I'm gonna line this up, make sure it's nice and straight. Press the edges. Please do not put it on your finger and try to glue it. Always set it on the table, glue the middle, glue the edges. And if you get a little bit of glue on the table, that's okay. If it's crooked, please make sure that you straighten it out. And then this piece that I trimmed off of there could easily go somewhere else. So you can definitely do more than 2 pieces. So this was yellow and red. I can make sure that now it's yellow, red, and blue. This one is blue, gray, and yellow. So you can always add additional pieces to it. I do think it's kind of fun to take some of these smaller pieces. And if you cut something, I just made a mistake. I tried to go too fast and I cut this and it wasn't very straight. So if it is, please take your time, trim it out, make it a little bit straighter. Just little details like this where I have these pieces, instead of just doing one line, I cut it in half. So then I can take this, line this up, and make it an additional overlap. So now it's 4 pieces of paper. Now, when you're done with any more buildings, I would like you overlapping like this and continue cutting across the paper, and then I would put this bigger piece back in the middle. I can use this to help me cut pieces for other things that I might need. So we're gonna speed this up and we're gonna pretend that I'm done. I really should do some more overlapping, but we'll pretend that I'm finished. Once you have all of your buildings done, all of your overlapping done, there will be a stack of these at your table. I do not want you to use more than 5 of them. And there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can use the whole thing, and if I use the whole thing, I'm gonna glue the middle, I'm gonna glue the edges, make sure it's glued well, and I can take it and I can line this up, and I could go all the way across my paper like this. One reason I'm gonna overlap that, I'm gonna hang it over the edge of that building, is because it's not very straight right there. So I can take this, line it up, and it can go all the way across my page. I'm making sure it's nice and straight, and always press it down well. So that counts as 1 strip of black paper or 1 black line. Now, you could do this as well, where I'm not gonna use the whole thing here. I might take this and I'm gonna glue it all because I'm not sure exactly how long it's gonna be. And I can take this and I can have it go to the edge of one of my buildings. So then this piece is nice and straight. I'm gonna line that up, and then I can take this extra and I can cut it. Just make sure that you don't cut the white paper. So this piece here could be used somewhere else. Like I could use it right here. You can see it's a little bit long. So if you need to, you can take it and measure it. So here it looks like it needs to be about that long. Just mark it with a pencil. And then you would cut that part. And so this is 3 lines, but it's only 2 strips of paper. So there's a reason that I said 5, because you can have more than 5 roads if I use that one here and here. So continue working. You don't have to do 5. That's just the most that I want you to do. So we're gonna pretend that this is done. We'll move over to this other one. So here, I'm gonna line this up. I'm gonna have some that are going this way too. If this is probably important to know, if you have a piece that's not long enough to make it from the middle of your paper, for example, to the edge, then I wouldn't use it. So, for example, I wouldn't take this and try to put it here because it's not gonna go all the way to there. I wouldn't like do a part of it and then like do another line. So if it's not long enough to go somewhere, then just put it in a scrap pile or find a place where it will go. Like this one would make it from this corner all the way to the edge. Now we'll move over to this one. This one has more done on it. If you get all of this done, the last step would be to add your cars to it. So you might have some remaining pieces like this, and I can take these and cut smaller squares or rectangles, and I'm gonna glue these pieces. And instead of having them go like diagonal, I would have them go, I get stopped at the stoplight here. And these can be cars or they could be lights or stop signs, but you should just cut like a thin line like this, and then that will give you a lot of pieces, because then I could take this littler piece, and then that would be a good overlap to put onto a piece like this. The last thing that you should know is that I'm probably gonna give you some pieces of tape to put on the back so we can hang these up. So at the end, I do want you to twist your glue cap on, turn it down, put your glue and your scissors back, pick up any scraps that you have, we'll put those away, and let me grab some tape. With the tape, I'll probably just put 4 pieces at your table. Then I would like you to take it and make sure that your name is on the back. So this one does not have my name on it. We want to make sure that we know that it's yours. So just loop the tape and put it in the corner. Take it, loop the tape, and then put it in the corner. And don't touch the tape anymore, because then it won't be sticky. So once it's on, just leave it on. And then the last thing is just to make sure that your name is on it, and write your class code on here too. So then we know that it belongs to your group, because they might get mixed in with another class. So we want to make sure that your class code is on there. So let's have fun finishing these up.